Talk to us today about how we abide in God. John 15:1 all the way through verse 8 helps us to understand that we can abide in God. It speaks to the believer and helps the believer to understand that we can remain in God. And I know there are times when we feel like that we are not connected to God, that we feel like we can move out of the presence of God. But John helps us to understand that he gives us a picture of a vine. He gives us a picture of a husband. He gives us a picture of a true vine. He gives us a picture of a garden and a plant, and helps us to understand that we are the branches. He identifies the vine as Jesus. He identifies the husbandman as God. And even as he does that, he gives us a relational connection that helps us to abide, that helps us to remain in him. And I don't know about you, but there are times when a passage like this helps me to understand that I can remain in him. And my strength in understanding that I can remain in him helps me to understand that I'm relationally connected to him. And that's good news today, because the Father dresses the vineyard and he is the gardener. And we understand that this relationship we have with him helps us to understand that he supplies life for us. And part of being the branch, we have to know that he has given us the opportunity to provide fruit. And so when we provide that fruit, we come to understand that we can have that charity, which is love. We can have that peace. We can have that patience. We can have the long suffering. We can have the kindness. We can have the goodness. It helps us to understand that that relational connection gives us relational power. And so when I abide in God, I want to know that I can be kept by him, because I am with Jesus, who understands when I don't produce good fruit, that he's there to reflect what that light ought to be. He helps me understand that he has the vineyard, that he helps me understand that he is the branch, that he helps me understand that he will cast away those things that are not like him. And that helps me to abide in him better. I want to remain in God, and I'm encouraging you that John chapter 15 verse 1 helps us to understand that you too can remain in Christ if you are a believer. This is a message for us to be able to be kept. This is a message for us to understand that God knows that there are some things that are around us and in us that needs to be cut off. This is a message to help us to understand that God can also help us to produce fruit, even at a time when we feel like we're not connected. Let us abide in him and remain in him.